Welcome one and all to Good People, Good Movies here on the Good People Association. My God, this is the chance we get to all together geek out about movies, and I'm going to do it with you every Tuesday at 4 p.m. live. Seriously, live though. No, earlier. We were a little late, and I apologize, but I'm so happy to be here with all of you. It wasn't your fault, but now I'm going to announce the co-host, my good friend, Josh Macuga here. I am so excited to talk movies with you now again. Remember those days when we would do mailbag?
Hey, remember that?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite times ever, and then I got fired for not knowing what outfit Spider-Man wore.
Well,
But hey, we're here now, Mark.
We are here now, and I'm sorry about that back in the day.
Okay.
That was
It's your
because
fault.
of me. I
It's
was
your
like,
fault.
dude, he doesn't know about Spidey.
Yeah, listen, I like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man movies.
You do?
I'm sorry that I didn't know about the Spider-Man outfit.
What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? Out of all of them.
Oh,
Part 2, right?
No, the Far From Home. And then the Spider-Man animated one with Miles Morales.
Oh, yeah. Into
awesome.
the Spider-Verse.
Into
It's so
Spider-Verse.
awesome.
So good.
It's awesome. You
So
guys, we are so excited to finally have you here, to finally have a movie show back where I can talk about all my favorite movies with Josh Macuga, the things we love, the things we want to go into, the news, all that kind of stuff. So we're doing it here. This is led by you guys. We are accepting Super Chats and STREAMLABS because your questions will help drive the show. It also helps, keep the lights on here, of course. We always say that. And it also, we are putting a portion of all proceeds are going to St. Baldrick's this week, a charity that we like to pick for what we do here at the Good People Association. And this week we are doing St. Baldrick's. A portion, like I said, will go to St. Baldrick's fighting childhood cancer, stbaldricks.org, #find the charity. So if you're so inclined and you want to throw some questions our way via Super Chat or that STREAMLABS, you can go to streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa, and we'll take them there. But first off, Josh, in the year of 2020, there were basically no movies.
It was so weird because, when I left Collider and I went to shoot Eating History, I was basically using you guys as my movie barometer, right, and you as my friends because I was basically just in a hole eating old food, and then 2020 hit, and highlight of 2020 for me, obviously, Bad Boys for Life.
Mine too, dude.
That. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies of the year because it was so damn good.
And I was lucky enough to go to the premiere with Jared Habon.
That's right.
And his wife Ashley was on The Bachelor last night, which was amazing to see. I haven't seen those guys. I was texting Jared. He's going to come on some shows soon.
Very cool. Yeah, we got to get Jared here on the movies too. He's a big movie guy.
Big movie guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, movies just kind of went away. I still haven't seen Bill and Ted's Face the Music because movies they were just sort of advertised and then they went away.
Yeah, it was, everything dropped off. Everything got pushed. I remember one of the last movies I saw was Invisible Man, and then everything kind of went. You would not last with Invisible Man, I think.
Which one was that one?
It was Blumhouse. It was like a remake of the Universal Monsters. Darren Lee Whannell, right? Directed that? Lee Whannell? I'm looking at you, Ikaika. I don't know why I'm looking at you. It's probably because I just failed a Schmodown quiz because I can't remember.
Nailed it.
I think it's Lee Whannell. It's just I'm having one of those.
So wait, is this the one with?
This is the one with God, I can't remember shit today.
Well, her name is Elizabeth Moss.
Thank you. Elizabeth Moss stars in it, and it's about her boyfriend who break up and he becomes invisible, and then he's what?
You're correct.
Lee Whannell, right? Yeah. Thank
Lee
God.
Whannell.
My God, I'd lose all credibility hosting a movie show if I didn't know the frickin' director. Anyways, Invisible Man was one of the last movies I saw in theater, as well as The Way Back with Ben Affleck. But I did that at home, and
I actually enjoyed The Way Back.
I enjoyed the hell out of The Way Back. And so these movies in 2020, they were kind of just coming out willy-nilly. Face the Music, I loved it. I rented it. Mulan, rented it.
Which one's Face the Music?
Bill and Ted's.
Oh,
that was it.
right,
so
right,
Bill
right,
and Ted's
right.
comes out. I rented immediately. I loved it. I'm a big fan of Bill and Ted's. I'm going through all the movies that I really remember seeing.
Because we got spoiled at the beginning with a ton of TV, which is obviously my passion, and trying to work into possibly Founders Club behind like a special edition kind of show with myself, David Griffin, and Sinead DeFries. But again, that's down the line just a little bit. So let me read you why I won't ever watch this movie.
Okay, I know. Here it comes.
Here comes The Invisible Man. Ken, you ready for this this breakdown of this movie? When Cecilia's abusive ex takes his own life and leaves her his fortune, she suspects his death was a hoax.
Yeah.
As a series of coincidences turn lethal,
Yeah.
Cecilia works to prove that she is being hunted by someone nobody can see.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Dude, this thing would scare the hell out of you, and I can't wait to do. One day, we're going to utilize the scaring Josh Macuga thing here at the GPA. I don't know when that will be. It probably might be some video game playing, maybe. I don't know yet. Twitch, more on that later. But yeah, Invisible Man was one of my favorites. Mulan, I saw. It was fine. I didn't really like it that much. Way back, as I mentioned. And then we get to a lot of haze, a lot of Mandalorian for me.
Yeah.
And then it was Wonder Woman 1984 that came out, and I loved it. I had a lot of fun with it, but that movie is batshit.
And that's over like, Mark, that's over like a 7-month period, though.
I know. I don't know what I saw in between.
I
really don't, because it's just been one of those years. So I wanted to start it off by mentioning what we saw and leading into our first story, Josh, which is the new Godzilla vs. Kong Space Jam 2 Mortal Kombat footage revealed on HBO Max. Did you see this thing? It got me excited, and there's barely any footage in it.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds of just like zip, zip, zip. It was like a Mad Men, like next time on Mad Men.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
next time on Mad Men, Kong punches Zilla. And it's like, what?
But, so... First of all, our buddy Todd Garner, producer on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we got to get a
hold of him.
Yeah.
He's not tweeting anymore.
He's not really tweeting. I went to his Twitter to get in touch with him.
Well, because we had his contact information.
We did.
All we saw was like a Sub-Zero making like an icicle.
Yeah.
Kong punching Godzilla. I know that you guys are psyched for that movie.
God. Yeah.
I know Mark Ellis loves it. I know Christian Ruvalcaba is really excited about it. I'm just so like, okay.
Okay.
Listen, I like him. I'm just not super psyched about him, which would shock a lot of people because, like, Macuga loves stuff that explodes. You're not wrong. Yeah. I love everything exploding. It's totally fine. But those movies, my problem with them is like, okay, so he punches him, then they punch each other, and we figure out how they die, and then that doesn't work, and then it's a lot of the same stuff. Whereas in Fast and the Furious, at least they just get better cars.
You're wrong, Josh, but I think that what it is about the Godzilla
they had
that I
a
love,
submarine in the last one.
It's because they dip their toes in the horror genre. It's big monsters, man. So is it that, or is it more of just that you're actually not very wrong, because it's like, it's usually they go, oh my God, there's Kong, oh my God, there's Godzilla, they fight, then one of them goes down, and then a bigger threat shows up.
My biggest problem has always been like, who's the insurance provider that's like, another friggin' Kong Godzilla fight?
I know
that's stupid. I understand.
Not really. I mean, it's like any insurance person that if a giant monster showed up, I think they would probably be like, that's gonna be a big day.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't ever seem like there's a plot to the movies. It's just like big monster fights, which is cool. I mean, there was like Instagrams and Twitters that were like 30-second fights.
Right.
Okay. I get it. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer on these whole things. I can't wait for Mortal Kombat, and I have heard some amazing rumors about Space Jam being an absolute disaster.
Really? So I wanted to go there next, because some of the other footage that we saw on that sizzle reel was, in fact, Space Jam 2. Yeah. LeBron James is going to be in it. The Looney Tunes are back. I'm not a big Space Jam guy.
Okay.
I know that it's like Cody Hall somewhere just went.
Correct.
Huh?
Yeah. He's not happy.
And but the footage looked cool. The footage looked great.
Okay. So, again, Space Jam was never, quote unquote, my jam.
Right. Okay. I see what you did there.
But I did watch it, and I was entertained, and it was good, and there was a good theme song. I would imagine that the people who are saying that this new Space Jam is a disaster are like pinning it against Shawshank Redemption or something. Guys, it's Space Jam. Who cares? It's NBA players against cartoons in a basketball fight.
It's really not.
What are we hoping for?
It should be fun, and there's not a lot we can go off of. I mean, we saw, I don't know, I think I saw Bugs Bunny fly out of there, and it looked, the effects look great.
Sure.
And this LeBron, I will follow LeBron anywhere, because he's now a Laker, so I'll take it. But that one's good. But I want to give you a list of some of the things we did see. You already mentioned Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
There are the Suicide Squad, King Richard, The Little Things, Those Who Wish Me Dead, and with Angelina Jolie and Angelina Jolie and Clint Eastwood's new movie, Cry Macho, Judas and the Black Messiah,
Macho.
The Many Saints of Newark, which is the Sopranos prequel.
That's what I mean.
That's going to be in there. So this is something that the press release that they released, that's all the movies that are included. A lot of these are going to go, because of COVID, are going to go straight to the streaming service day in and then day out on theaters. So Godzilla versus Kong, one of the things many people said, March 26th, it's coming out on HBO Max, and you're going to be able to see that and in theaters. But that put a lot of people wondering where Zack Snyder's Justice League cut was going to go, because it was rumored to be on there as well. And now it looks like Kong versus Godzilla is kind of pushing it out of the way to debut there. What do you think of that? Are you do you care one way or the other of getting a Kong or a Justice League first?
Well, I'm interested to see what this Justice League Snyder
me too,
cut is, because it's been the biggest conversation in movies. And
it really has.
2 straight years. It's either, did you agree with Luke Skywalker, or do you want to see a Snyder cut? And I don't
it's Snyder cut, Last Jedi that really kind of sit there for me.
I don't understand, like, is it going to be a new movie?
Yeah, so what it's going to be is...
Is it just longer?
It's going to be 4, I believe, episodes, so to speak, that are going to be, if you put them together, it's like a 4-hour movie.
Okay.
So it's like a limited series, but for all intents and purposes, it's a movie cut up in 4 episodes, I think is where it's going. So some of you in the chat, you can tell me if that's true or not.
It's a movie in 4 episodes.
In 4 episodes, yeah. It's his version of Justice League that we didn't get because of the tragedy that Zack had to go through with losing his daughter.
Right, which is
the upheaval that was happening with the set and all the problems that we've heard from Ray Fisher all the way to Walter Hamada, all the way to the frickin' mustache.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that Zack Snyder is coming back to do this, because the Justice League cut that we saw in theaters is horrendous.
I wouldn't say it's horrendous. It's just it feels very rushed.
And we like to do here, good people, good movies. We like to find the good. And I will say, in Justice League, the moment that Superman does come back and he starts fighting the Justice League, and he has that moment where he sees Flash, and Flash is like doing his thing, and the Superman's like, no.
No, that's cool.
That was cool.
That was cool.
I want more Superman in that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're getting, Zack Snyder's Justice League. But some of the other things that were interesting to me that hit were... I think at the end there was a shot from the Matrix movie. Did anybody else see that, or am I making something up? It's a woman in a red dress, and she's doing the Matrix thing, and I went, yes!
Wait, that's what that was?
Matrix! And it's just called Matrix. And it's not The Matrix, it's just Matrix. That's one thing that I picked up on this thing that I'm just like, and I am that nerd. I am completely that nerd. 5 seconds of a shot, a title, and I'm like,
You know what's a shame is that Matrix... Mm-hmm. won't have Arnold Schwarzenegger reprising his role as John Matrix
from Commando. I know. I don't know if it's a thing that they thought about.
Bennett.
So a lot of these things are coming out on HBO Max. You guys in the chat there, I see a ton of you. We got some super chats coming in here as well. Thank you for that. We will be answering a bunch of those towards the end. I want to save them up and go through everything with you guys, as well as your Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/goodpeopleGPA. Get those in now, and we'll go there and we'll answer all of those.
There
and
are some super chats in here already.
Yeah, let's get to the super chats so I don't miss them, because sometimes I miss super chats and I don't like that. So, Adrian. Kwiatkowski. Reilly, have you seen Bloody Hell? It's a must-watch. Also, Scare Me is great. I haven't seen Bloody Hell. And where can I find these, Adrian? If it's any of these horror movies that you guys know I love, I'm going to watch them with Josh Macuga and make him watch them. Right, Josh? No.
Listen, if you guys pay a ton of money, a bunch of the proceeds will go to charity. I will watch scary stuff for you. And for a charity, okay? I'm not doing it for free. It's not going to happen. It's just not. I went to Halloween Horror Nights 2 years ago for free. I'm not doing that again. I told you people, I'm not doing it. I'm not watching these things for free. I'm not playing the scary games for free. I'm sorry. This is where I'm cutting the line. You got to pay for it.
By the way, that's a good time.
I should not have yelled that. I apologize. What I'm saying here is that it messes with me physically, spiritually, emotionally. I don't sleep. I get scared in the dark. I get scared in dark places. I get scared going to my car. I get scared getting out of my car. I get scared going to a parking garage. I get scared in the wind. I get scared at stoplights. Because of these scary movies, I can't go places. So in order for this to make sense, you all have to pay the price of my physical downfall.
Be a good time to mention that we have a level membership that you can get a part of, and that's the GPA.fun. Right now we're teasing some new things coming on the main show tomorrow, but membership does have its privileges here at the GPA, and we do have a bucket club right now. So many of you have already joined thanks to our live stream. Maybe, just maybe, behind that membership, Josh. something can happen.
You got to pay.
Oh, we're already planning something here at the GPA, and I can't wait. So, yeah, go check it out. Our website, thegpa.fun. We do have a lot of stuff to announce coming tomorrow, and especially we do have that bucket list. Bucket list. I keep saying that. The Bucket Club is up right now. That's our main level, our main membership that you can get so much wonderful stuff. You can check it out at thegpa.fun. Now, Jake Rowan here with a super chat. Mark, did you catch Fantasy Island? I felt Blumhouse did a good job on putting a horror spin on the classic series. Pitch me YG3, Josh. I'm excited.
Yes.
What's YG3?
Young Guns 3.
Oh, Young Guns 3. Okay, so I think we talked enough about this.
3,
yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh 3. With that being said, I do actually want to switch gears and go to this news report because...
Mark, did you catch Fantasy Island?
I did not catch Fantasy Island, so that's where I wanted to finish with that and then go to Young Guns 3.
Is Fantasy Island a series? Or is
Fantasy Island was the series that then Blumhouse remade into a movie, and it's a kind of a thriller horror movie. I didn't see it. I heard mixed things about it. I like the idea that it's a story about, it's basically the monkey's paw. It's like you wish for something, there's going to be consequences with that wish. I think that's what they were going for. I know Michael Pena was in it, and I'm interested in seeing it, but I have not, Jake. I appreciate the super chat, though, my friend.
Michael Pena, great golfer.
Is he really?
Yeah, great golfer.
And he's a great actor, too, and I love it. So, but I do want to switch gears and go to one of the things that was really excited for a lot of us here in the office and a lot of people out there, and Nathan Hamill and Mark Ellis and all these things, when John Fusco, of all people, the writer of the Young Guns series, tweets out that he's working on another movie with Emilio Estevez, and it's called Young Guns 3, and it's the what is it, the legend of or Billy the Kid. I don't know what it is, really. I said all these wrong things, so I do want to bring in an expert here. Yeah, and that is Ken Napzok joining us here live on Good People, Good Movies. Ken, how are you?
I am great. I told you guys said, hey, when we launch this network, we're going to have a movie show to talk movies. I said, I won't be there.
And I was
here
wondering.
It is the first show, and Josh this morning goes, so you're not going to be there. I was like, Young Guns 3.
Young Guns 3, man.
You big dumb dummy.
I'm here to talk. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it then.
Yeah.
So, Ken, this thing, it comes out, the original is 1988. The sequel is what, 1992, I believe. And is it? There it is.
Just keep the camera on Ken the whole
Just
time.
keep, just let me go through this real quick.
This was a studio warming gift from our friend Jen Murrow, who was on the live stream to launch. She knows I'm a Western Young Guns fan more than anything in Tombstone. So anyways, and I'm having the Ellis Light soda. Yeah. Hit me. What's your question?
So my question is, what the hell is this? This came out of left field. Here's the tweet from John Fusco. John Fusco 12. Emilio Estevez and I are excited to be collaborating on the continuation of Billy the Kid saga, and you're going to love where it goes. Lou Diamond Phillips, Kiefer Sutherland, Christian Slater. This is interesting to me. I don't know what obviously, no spoilers here.
Do we think it's like between the two?
Did you guys, was that on camera when Josh did this?
No, he did.
There? Just come on. Good people, good times. Look, here's the thing. We don't really know. He tweeted this out on January 5th.
Yeah.
Fusco, and I follow Fusco and happy to finally, John Fusco followed me not too long ago.
What?
He was following our friend Nathan Hamill. I get it. The last name probably has privileges, but he finally followed me. John, if you're watching, and I want people to tag John Fusco and let him know,
yes,
we'd be good friends. Let me go out to your ranch. Let's ride horses, drink some whiskey, sit by a fire pit, talk about Billy the Kid.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so we don't know. And then there's been a picture of like Emilio
Estevez.
Trailer.
Or a movie poster, basically.
It's like a movie. It could be fan art. There's nothing followed. And nothing like deadline's not a reporting and it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Remember when John Turturro was like, oh, I worked on a sequel to Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
The Coen brothers were like, you what?
How's that now?
How do you? Could be that. I don't know. But there was a picture out in New Mexico of Emilio Estevez. And Fusco tweeted that.
And then he tagged Chris Pratt.
Pratt.
I wonder if he's talking. They're
Warren
talking
G,
to Chris.
Warren G.
He also tagged
Vincent
Harry
D'Onofrio.
Knowles. Let's not tag Harry Knowles in anything.
Yeah.
And EW.
Did that.
So we don't know, and he hasn't. He's just been teasing. He could be having fun. The poster, some legends never die, and it's got Young Guns 2, but it's got bullets at the young. Because obviously it's 30 years ago.
Yep. Yeah. So it's Young Guns 3, alias Billy the Kid.
Okay.
And I do love this, and I love the tease, and I wonder, there's something going. He's not going to tag all these people.
Could they be doing Joshua Hercules Macuga?
Talk to me.
Could they be doing a little bit. Remember Young Guns 2, the greatest movie of all time.
Yes.
When they bookend it with Bradley Whitford going out to the desert to talk to
Yes.
old man Billy the Kid. Old,
So is it the time after 2?
Maybe it's that guy trying to get the pardon.
Brushy
Bill Roberts.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I think it's going to go back. I think we're going to get Billy the Kid as Emilio is now, as old as he is now, as Billy the Kid hiding out somewhere. We're going to have some adventures, and it's going to bookend, like you said, Ken. It's going to go into the.
I mean, listen, because we have that ability, and we don't. What's it called? The technology, the de-aging.
Oh, motion capture, de-aging.
Yeah. What they used in The Irishman, right? Which was just old Robert De Niro with a fresh face kicking guys like real slow. Just like,
yeah.
Same with Samuel L. Jackson and Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And I'm trying to, I see Eddie's tweeted too. There was he tweeted out something else, and Emilio responded, and I believe, I'm trying to find the exact quote, but my good friend Paul, he's Billy the Kid, I'm Doc Skurlock in real life in our relationship.
Yeah.
That Emilio kind of was like, well, all the characters are dead. How could this work out? I've been trying to find that too. If someone wants to post that or send it to me, because I'm trying to get to the bottom of the story, because this has been a joke, like an inside joke between Ellis and all of us. Like, come on, Young Guns 3, find a way to do it. So Fusco, don't get our hopes up, man.
Don't get our hopes up.
There's only so many of these cans of comfort that we can down if you don't do this.
Exactly, and we got to switch it over here to Damon R11974, who says in a super chat, you have to bring back John Bon Jovi to write the theme for Young Guns 3. Absolutely.
Oh, that's
it's like that better have been one of the first calls, right?
Yeah.
And he must be doing it now. I don't know where it's going to land, but I'm very, very excited to consider that this might happen and that they might be shooting something. Look, we have this. It's Bill and Ted's Face of Music.
Yeah.
Years later, we're doing this in our movies now, and it's really fun for fans like us. Ken, would you actually go opening night to this movie in theaters?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'd wear a mask, a bubble, I'd wear a cape.
Let's just assume it's like COVID is fine by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
Could we dress you in chaps and some spurs?
I mean, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out.
I want Ken to be in one of those Halloween costumes. It's like 6-shooter, but it's like a really hot model from Los Angeles who looks nothing like what an old West guy would look like. I'm being told that the stream is lagging a little bit. We're sorry.
I think it looks like it is lagging. So we'll figure that out. And thanks, guys. First week jitters, we got them, and we're working on them.
That has nothing to do with us.
It has nothing to do with us. Burbank internet is historically really bad.
Yeah, technology jitters, I should say. Yep. So
it's also very windy here today. So
that might be. Yeah,
it's super windy.
Yes.
Real quick, in the StreamLabs here, thank you, Sammy Mendoza, who writes, "Put this towards the Scare Macuga Fund. Those are always my favorite videos to watch." He did pay, and thank you for that, StreamLabs. StreamLabs.com/goodpeoplegpa. We got some. They're putting it there. The Scare Macuga Fund.
You can put it in the Scare Macuga Fund. Keep putting it there. It helps keep the lights on, and I guess it helps pay for my therapy. I don't know. I will tell you this, Ken. I hope that what would be amazing is if we had sometimes I overthink Young Guns.
Okay.
What a Young Guns 3 would look like. I sometimes overthink it.
I don't think you can overthink greatness.
Okay, no. You're wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so is there ghosts? Are there sons are there illegitimate kids that have come about from
love that you said ghosts.
Chavez. Is there flashback of ghosts? Are there ghosts that are popping up? Are there is it William H. Bonney and his life now, and then maybe one more ride that he had?
Yes.
Is it do you know what I'm saying? Is it somebody looking for William H. Bonney that heard that he was somebody? But I also want some of the old cast. I want some semblance of old.
Here's what we got to do then.
Because then if they just have 3, will they then make 4 and 5?
Go.
You don't want Live Free and Die Hard, right?
Right. But Die Hard with a Vengeance, the third movie in the Die Hard, that was a fantastic movie. So we could still get it. I think
Bad Boys for Life was great.
Bad Boys for Life was great. Cool movie. How are you feeling about this?
So I don't.
You want this thing, don't you? You do.
Okay, I don't not want it. Okay, listen. If it's like the first one,
right?
Then I'm here.
The Gene Wilder one.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm here.
And if it's like the remake with Johnny Depp,
I'm not here.
Yeah. So that's what we got.
I've never been able to watch that whole movie all the way through, the Johnny Depp one. So.
Yeah, I can't either. So in a report over at Collider, our old place Collider, and our friend Jeff Snyder, he is reporting that originally he reported that Ryan Gosling, Donald Glover, and Ezra Miller were all being eyed for the role of a young Willy Wonka.
Right, I heard this.
And it's like going all over the world. He probably finds the Oompa Loompas. He's finding the magic candy, whatever it may be. Now it's being reported that it's not those guys anymore. It's going to be it's between. They're looking at Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet, which makes a lot of sense. They're both about the same age. They both kind of look the same, but Timothée Chalamet he's a little bit more like smoldering. You know, he's a little bit more like, I gotcha. And then Tom Holland's like gee whiz. You know?
See, I think that Tom Holland is more like Gene Wilder.
Yes, that's where I'm going.
Chalamet is more like
Johnny Depp. Correct. Yeah, the gee whiz, light, and I'm going to do a somersault to show everybody I'm okay kind of thing. That's Tom Holland. He's Spider-Man for frick's sake. And then there's also Timothée Chalamet, who's going to be in Dune. I can't wait to see that. That's another Warner Brothers release that's coming at the end of the year. That's probably why they're looking at Willy Wonka for him.
All right.
Oh boy.
Here's the thing. I would love to see the script. I would love to see. I know they were thinking of like it's the prequel. It's like how he finds the Oompa Loompas, but also I hope they don't turn him into like some sort of superhero fighting crime against the Snoz monsters or whatever they were called.
It's feeling like it's
the thing. Like I don't need an action-packed Willy Wonka who like does karate and knows a bunch of guys who are like somehow running a chocolate cartel that gets him the best chocolate.
Right.
I would love to know, like, is it a war with Slugworth? Did he and Slugworth go to elementary school?
I'm sure we're gonna get that.
I want to see, did he find like the perfect recipe for chocolate?
Yes.
It's more, I personally, I would like it somewhere between Indiana Jones.
That's not bad.
Right?
Yeah.
Some sort of Indiana Jones.
Wait a minute. Okay. I'm listening.
Okay. So he's like an Indiana Jones-ish character without shooting Nazis, but he's more of an adventurer. He's searching for the perfect chocolate, and maybe there's a rumor or some sort of urban legend like a fountain of youth, but it's like a chocolate fountain at a round table pizza or a hometown buffet, right? And he finds this chocolate fountain and he's the only one, and then he imports it into his chocolate waterfall, and the only people that can run the chocolate waterfall to find the correct amount of sugar and whatnot is the Oompa Loompas. But
Did you write the movie? What is going on here? That sounds great, dude. I actually really like that.
Mark, I should have written the script for Bad Boys for Life, but that's...
This is very true.
Ken
Napzok.
I got to tell you something. That was a good pitch.
That was a good pitch. Hey!
How'd you get in here?
Ken, do we have Go Picture?
For that. Oh, yeah, Dutch Allen's right there, kid. You come in here with a good pitch like that, they'd make you millions back in the day.
Thanks,
I don't have the power I used to have, but you, sir, got a Go Picture. I like your Slugworth. I don't know who that character is, but I like Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder and I once went out with Richard Pryor to the Copacabana Club. We did not get back to our hotel till 8 a.m. Let me tell you something. I saw more of those men underneath their pants than I cared to, but we had a great night. It was a good time there. Wilder married a Gilda Radner. Yeah. Gilda, good girl, real funny, good talent.
Thanks, Dutch.
That was Dutch over there with a Go Picture.
I appreciate you stopping into the show. You're one of my favorite old school Hollywood guys. If you could pick me up a steak at Musso and Frank's on your way home, I'd really appreciate it. Grab me a martini. I'll meet you in the back alley.
My God, I miss Musso and Frank's and a dirty martini and a steak. That just sounds. Anyways, let's talk movies.
Here's the thing. Okay, for all intents and purposes, and don't take... Gene Wilder is pretty hideous, right? Like, he's not like the best looking guy you're ever going to see.
That's a hot take.
No, he's not. He's just he was funny and very good at being funny at his job, a funny looking man, a funny performer. Hey, Larry David's not winning Mr. Universe, okay? Right. And Larry David and Gene Wilder are basically cut from the same cloth, right? Like, they have very similar looks, except Gene Wilder was able to keep most of his hair, where Larry David lost most of his hair, but they have that crazy stringy hair. They're loud, they're kind of crazy. Good day, sir, okay? So Timothée Chalamet just walks around smoldering everywhere, like somebody just stole his car and he's looking for the thief. Yeah. While Tom Holland walks around everybody being like, "Oh, hello, it's me, Tom Holland." Da, 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 da. Okay?
You sound like you're from London.
I sound like I'm from London. And Tom Holland is like this goofy, perfect little Spider-Man boy, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Stark, I just want to be Spider-Man." John Favreau's like, "Get out of here, kid." And so that's what I want. I want Tom Holland to be like, "Okay, hey, listen. it's me, Tom Holland. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna go find the chocolate. And his mom's like, "Dog, Gene or Willy." Gene. Willy.
Jeez.
All right, Willy, you can't be looking for chocolate. You gotta go in the auto service. Your dad's auto service. It's a family business. And he's like, but I was born to make chocolate, Mom. And she's like, not today. And then he's got like an uncle that's like, go find your chocolate, Willy. You're gonna do it. And he's like, that's what I'm gonna do. And then he finds a portal or something, or he finds an island in the middle of nowhere where the Oompa Loompas live, and he saves them from the Snogglehorns by capturing them. And in return, the prize is the chocolate fountain that he brings over to his chocolate factory, and he makes the most amazing chocolate, all whilst being chased by Slughorn, his enemy since grade school. Slughorn is like the Draco Malfoy. This is the franchise that we're setting up here. It's basically the monster franchise that Universal was looking for, but couldn't pull off. Emilio Estevez.
I can't remember. I remember Mission Impossible was one of the last movies I saw him in, and that's a long time ago.
Mission Impossible was like 1998.
Correct.
I think Mighty Ducks 2.
I don't remember.
Emilio Estevez, and I believe that Emilio Estevez was looking to reprise his role as Coach Gordon Bombay in the Mighty Ducks series.
He is going to be doing the Mighty Ducks series. That's right. So
he does direct a lot of TV.
That's right.
He directs a ton of television. So
I think he's showing up. I think they're working on something big, and I'm excited for it. Hey, Jake Rowan, thanks for the super chat. We are taking it. It looks like we're back on track. A lot of you coming back in. Thank you for that. Super chat, streamlabs.com/goodpeople.
Coming and going.
Okay.
The winds are blowing strong out there.
It does appear.
A lot like Willy Wonka's family's appreciation. Oh, get your chocolate, you big wanker. And then he's like, I don't want to be a wanker. I'm going to find me chocolate. And then he goes off. Da-da-da-da-da.
Jake Rowan, you're correct with the super chat. Josh pitched me the wrong movie. But I'll take it. Thank you for that, Jack. Hey, KJ King Lopez, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I got to go right now, but I shared the link with my friends, and I'll watch the recording later. Find the good hashtag. I really appreciate that, KJ. Really, really do. And for the rest of you, we do have some Streamlabs coming in. I will get there towards the end of this. I want to move on to the next story here, Josh.
Talk to me, Mark.
Which is Ben Affleck.
Oh.
This is cool. I really like this, actually. Ben Affleck praised Kevin Feige as the most successful producer who ever lived. And a lot of people were like, whoa, that's pretty good. And he's a great director, great actor, works in DC, has worked in Marvel with Daredevil, so he knows Kevin Feige. But the quote was like, I'm going to paraphrase. It's basically like, if this, I'm going to listen to him 100% of the time. What did you think about that, about Ben Affleck?
The greatest producer of all time. So
Kevin Feige.
Yes. Yeah. He's saying, Kevin Feige, listen, Kevin Feige says it's good, it's going to be good. If Kevin Feige says it's not a good Affleck, who, I
like the uncut version, the R-rated version.
I've never seen this, but now that I didn't even know it existed, but I would 100% watch it. Let me look what the first Daredevil has on Rotten Tomatoes. I enjoyed it, but my favorite superhero movie of all time is The Phantom, starring Billy Zane.
Well, he didn't produce that, but I did like that you went down the line with this, because there's something that changed at a certain moment that I really think was the reason Kevin Feige made Marvel so successful. But go down the IMDb, because I find it interesting.
Okay, so he basically so the first Daredevil has 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not a great tomato meter. And then 35% audience score, which is bonkers, because the scene where the rain is falling on Jennifer Garner's face and he can hear it and he sees her face, it's a pretty sweet scene. That's a pretty awesome graphics part. And we're talking about 2003. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I liked the fact that, I don't know, I thought it was kind of a heartfelt movie. Was Colin Farrell's Bullseye guy kind of weird?
Yeah. Yes, but he was awesome.
But like when he takes those paper clips and he goes like, and he puts it in those dudes' throats in a pub in Ireland.
My favorite when he's sitting there next to the woman and he just like and just goes to sleep. That was great.
Yeah.
So Kevin Feige, he produced Daredevil. But what I noticed you were like going through some of the Fox properties, some of the Sony properties, like Fantastic Four in the early days.
Yes.
The Tim Story version, the Daredevil version that you're talking about here. We get the Spider-Mans, of course, and the Spider-Man 3 with Raimi that didn't do as well. And as we were leading up to a certain thing, I noticed some things like Blade Trinity, Spider-Man 3, Fantastic Four, Rise of Silver Surfer.
So here's the thing. It's like, it's kind of like menu items at a diner.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is that like 4 out of 5 ain't bad, but you might catch a hanger on a bad one, right? And it's sort of like, which I will hold over his head for the rest of his life, when Mark Reilly said we couldn't go back to Chili's anymore because like a potato skin got him sick. Meanwhile, Captain Kick-Ass over here gets sick from the wind. So, Sorry, that was rude. I apologize.
That's all right.
I love you, buddy. I'm just messing with you. Okay, so you got X-Men, win. Spider-Man, win. Daredevil, in my opinion, win. X2, win. Hulk, loss. Punisher, yeah. Spider-Man 2, win. Blade Trinity, semi-loss. Elektra, a loss. And I'm going off of like success of box office tomato meter kind of stuff.
Yeah,
okay?
we can go off of that and not necessarily have to worry about,
Elektra, loss. Man-Thing, loss. Fantastic Four, semi-win. He's like a demi-pansexual in that one. X-Men, The Last Stand, a demi-pansexual loss. Spider-Man 3, a loss-ish kind of a thing. Fantastic Four, Rise of Silver Surfer, a loss. Now you hit Iron Man. Iron Man, win. Incredible Hulk, win. Next Avengers Heroes, that's a Punisher Warzone. In my opinion, win. Hulk versus, that was just a video. Wolverine, that was an animated series. Iron Man 2, a loss. Thor, win. Captain America, First Avenger, win.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're getting into the MCU.
So here, this is where it switched.
Got Feige'd.
Yep.
Once he could go full Feige.
This is what I learned from that. There is a definite shift from quality and box office that happened right when the Marvel Cinematic Universe happened. And that was when, and I remember back in the day, it was when Merrill Lynch gave $500 million over to Marvel to do their own shared universe. And they started with Iron Man, and everybody went, what? The B player? The B list? No way, no Iron Man. And Feige stepped into that leadership role and knew. He went, nope, I know what to do, because I think what he was doing is he was looking at all the things going wrong over at Sony and at Fox and going, some of these aren't doing so well. Some of those aren't tickling those comic book nerds that what they truly want. I know how to do it, and it shifted there. Real quick, guys, I know the stream is up, and it's awful. I get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably re-upload this video. And so some of you that have sent in some Streamlabs, I will answer them. You can watch it on a replay. But we're going to work on this. We are having an absolute windstorm here that has knocked down Spectrum, is from one of my understandings. So you'll get this video later. You can watch it on your thing. And for those of you who are hanging on by a thread in the chat, really appreciate it.
I can update you. We are our download under 10, upload under 1. We're paying for like 630, but it isn't what it's. I live unfortunately too close to here. Yeah, and it's the same over there. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the viewers. I get it. It's tough, and we're getting there though, guys.
Let's rip this. I'm enjoying myself.
I'm enjoying. I'm talking with my friends' movies. You're gonna see this thing. You're gonna watch us right now and not even know there was a problem. We're just powering through this thing. So. But Feige, again, I think he takes over Marvel. He knows how to do it, and that's when he took over. He goes, listen, you're not, like, too many cooks in the kitchen. You kind of were saying it off air. And so when he comes in there and takes over, and it just blows up, now Ben Affleck is looking at it going, just listen to the guy.
I mean, we've all had the too many cooks in the kitchen situation. We've all been in this business long enough to know when we think something is going to work. Like, can you just trust my vision of it? If we let it go and it doesn't work, that's on me.
Right.
But with 37 people giving their input into it, everybody's going to have an opinion on something because they want to be heard. Everybody likes to be heard. Yeah. Especially in movies.
Especially gigantic egos. Everybody needs to be heard. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody's want to be top billing. Everybody,
But Feige said, listen, let me make Iron Man. If Iron Man isn't a success, people flipped out for Iron Man. And I have a crazy story. So I'm bartending here in Los Angeles. Dutch Allen at the bar. Yeah. Dutch. You remember, you were there.
Oh, I used to go to Rosette. You were there. It was a great time. That's really good. One time I woke up with my pants on my head.
It was fantastic. It was you, Sean Penn, Ned Beatty, John Voight. Weirdly enough, the same day I was bartending, it's like we opened the bar at 4 p.m.
Okay.
4:30 p.m. in walks Sean Penn. Okay. He starts smoking a cigarette.
Of course.
So I go up to my manager and I said, Sean. Or I said, his name wasn't Sean. I said, hey, Sean Penn's at the bar. He's smoking cigarettes. What should I do? And my boss just goes, get him an ashtray. So Sean Penn can do whatever he wants. Apparently, in our bar, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So we're talking about movies, and then we had this regular that came in all the time, and he loved comic book movies, and he had worked in comic books. He was a comic book writer. And he said, listen, if they do Iron Man right, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay? And Sean Penn said, he's hearing us talk. And Sean Penn, great dude. Sean Penn, really nice guy. He was just sitting there drinking.
Yeah.
He's like, what's Iron Man? And so the comic book guy pitches him Iron Man.
Okay.
And tells him like all about Iron Man, and Sean Penn's listening. He's like, so just another superhero movie. Right? Wasn't a fan. Iron Man explodes.
Right.
And the comic book guy who came in all the time, he's like, man, I know Sean Penn couldn't care less, but you can tell that a lot of those old-time actors hated the fact that superhero stuff was the way to go. Yeah. And now they're all in them.
Yeah.
Right? Like Sean Penn's going to be a villain somewhere down the line in one of these things.
Yeah.
Like he's going to kill Spider-Man sometime.
Yeah, probably. And it's funny. It goes right into our next story. Matt Damon is going back to Thor. He was in Thor Ragnarok, right? He played one of the actors. One of the Asgardian actors played Loki. Well, now he's rumored to be joining or reportedly joining again in that Thor Love and Thunder, Taika Waititi's follow-up to Ragnarok, produced by Feige, is now starting to shoot. And so Matt Damon, I don't know what he's playing, if he's going to reprise his role as that, but kind of to your point, everybody has a superhero movie. And this is, right, Damon, this is his first real superhero movie. I know he's Jason Bourne, but he hasn't really done, like, his counterpart in Good Will Hunting did.
No. And, okay, Ronald Reagan was the president, right? For 8 years.
He was, yeah.
Ronald
Reagan, the actor?
Yeah, but I'm thinking, as far as actors go in Hollywood, and this is totally off topic, but as far as actors go in Hollywood right now, the only person that I would vote for president is Matt Damon.
I would vote for Matt Damon
and maybe
right now.
Denzel Washington. Like if Denzel Washington got on set and he told our enemies, he was like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Right? Just went full Training Day.
Yeah, I'd
vote for him.
I
vote for him. Matt Damon was already the Martian. He was stuck on Mars. That man, I trust Matt Damon. I'm kind of bummed that he hasn't been a main character in a superhero film yet.
Yeah,
because
I'm like really thinking
he
here.
should be.
Yeah,
he really should be. He's the most likable dude in Hollywood. Every time he pops up, the whole inner thing with Jimmy Kimmel, like, I like Matt Damon. A quick story, totally off topic. Ken, you ready for this? Dutch Allen?
I'm ready. Dutch is ready.
Let's get a quick. We haven't gone to the Hawaiian hunk yet this episode.
I know.
Big movie fan. Ikaika, are you okay over there?
How's it going, Ikaika? Oh boy.
There we go. I mean, if the stream's good, then yeah.
Oh man.
But I have something to say.
Okay. What do you say?
Oh.
I haven't seen Young Guns or Young Guns 2.
That's ridiculous. I know. We heard that.
Ridiculous.
I did text our buddy Daniel Bridgegad, and I said, watch Young Guns or Young Guns 2. Ikaika, he's going to watch it. Ikaika, you should watch it. And you two young guys should talk about Young Guns and how you feel about it and how it's aged, in your opinion, versus the love and affection that Ken, Mark, and I have for it, as well as Mark Ellis. We could probably get Mark Ellis to, he'd probably watch tomorrow if we were talking more Young Guns. Because I
think so.
You know,
we'll get him on here. We got to talk.
The main show tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific. Good People Live.
I think we should talk about Young Guns 3 every single Good People, Good Movies. Just one simple passing reference every time.
We should put a countdown clock somewhere.
We should put a countdown clock.
Like a doomsday clock, but it's called the Young Guns clock.
I do have some clarification on that. Ed Harrell in chat.
Yeah.
Eddie, you just need to let me know one time. He actually put it up there. Fusco tweeted again, or the poster. Emilio tweeted this. Some hullabaloo for sure. Excited to be stepping back into the kids' boots for another round of guns. Everything old is new again, it seems, even me. Looking forward to riding with you again, John Fusco, and my other pals on this new adventure, El Chivato. Pals. It ain't easy having pals. It ain't easy having
It's
pals.
happening.
So,
it's
there you go.
happening.
Thanks, Eddie.
I love this. Well, Ken, Josh, when we talk about Young Guns, is there a moment in Young Guns 2 that really gets you? That makes you cry?
Buckshot George.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
My name is Henry William French.
Oh.
It's a good name, too.
That's a good name.
I'll start crying.
I know.
Chavez walks out to see the spirit horse.
Oh, that got me. That gets me every time.
I will say this. I've always wanted to do peyote in the desert, and after you watch Young Guns, you want to do it even more.
We're in the spirit world.
Yeah. I'll play.
See?
Come, my lady.
There's that, and I'm going to cry when I hear that music. That's most likely going to be reminiscent. And if not, it's probably John Bon Jovi. But at the beginning of Young Guns 3, I'll probably tear up. I'll tear up just like I did when Star Wars started playing again for the first time in Force Awakens. When I saw that and I felt that, I went. But it brings up something that I want to talk about because Josh and I and everybody here at GPA, we were talking, and I'm like, God, crying lately has been very easy for me because of everything going on. And just in life in general.
It's easy for me all the time.
But I've noticed that I actually cry a lot in movies just in general.
Yeah.
Just in general. Josh, do you do it too?
Well, yeah. I wake up my wife crying.
Yeah.
I cried. I went to see Little Miss Sunshine by myself
Yep.
When I was living in New York City.
Yep.
And there was like maybe 8 people in the theater. It was a smaller theater, and I cried. And I'm a loud crier. When I first start to cry, I try and catch myself. I go like, and then this guy looked at me, and I'm sobbing. And it was sort of like that time I went to see Hereditary, and those 7 teenage girls asked me if I was okay. This guy and his daughter were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "It was a very good movie. The family comes together."
Well, Hereditary, you were crying because you were so scared.
Hereditary scared out of my mind because I was screaming the whole time. But yes, and I feel like here on Good People, Good Movies as Jim Valvano once famously said, if you laugh, you cry, and you think every day. That's a full day. That's a heck of a day. Spend some time thinking, spend some time laughing, spend some time crying.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
here, one of the more famous websites out there, Mr. Skin, is famous for showing when nudity happens.
Yes.
But here on Good People, Good Movies, we're going to have a segment called Mr. Tears.
Yes.
And that's me. I'm Mr. Tears. Okay? And I'm going to give you guys...
I love this.
I'm going to give you guys a movie, and you tell me if you cried, when you cried.
Where it is you cried. So you're going to tell us the movie, and we're going to tell you where exactly we cried.
Correct.
The moment, the scene, as best as we can describe.
Or Mr. Tears, we can cry because Ken may not have ever seen these movies.
Yeah, we might be doing that.
And Hawaiian Hunk, Ikaika Shively, you can tell us if you cried. I don't know. Ikaika, are you an emotional guy when it comes to the movies?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I still remember, I think the first movie I ever cried was like Simon Birch, and I was really little.
Simon Birch. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a crier.
Coco was the
Simon
recent
Birch.
one.
Yeah.
Coco. Okay,
that's
brings
Coco. Soul as of
Soul,
late.
Man, that dropped me.
The music. All right.
I mean, my first cry during an entertainment property was I cried when I saw the season finale of Family Ties.
Okay, I like that.
I was going to miss my buddy Alex P. Keaton. That was one of my favorite.
I get that.
That was my first favorite show.
That's a good show. Yeah. But when it transfers to movie, what is the first movie that comes to your mind that you have on your list that you're going to throw out to everybody and where we cried?
Well, I mean, this isn't the first movie that came to my mind, but I saw Matt Damon on our rundown here, and I said, "Where did you cry in Good Will Hunting?" Oh, where did you cry in Good Will Hunting?
I have 2.
Okay.
2 places. One, it's not your fault.
Okay.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
Josh, it's not your fault.
Okay.
It's not your fault.
Mark, stop saying it.
It's not your fault.
All right.
It's not your fault. That one, and then when Robin Williams is telling the story of his wife and having to go visiting hours. That's the one that really gets me, actually. It's like he's like, visiting hours don't mean anything.
Don't apply to you.
Don't apply to you. And the story he tells of, like, you know, how she farts and he loves it so much. The love that won the Oscar for me. I almost started crying just thinking of it. But those are mine. How about you, Ken? Good Will Hunting? Have you seen Good Will Hunting?
I'll tell you the point of Good Will Hunting when I cried.
Okay.
When he grabbed that rake and he went hunting for the vampires. Really, I've never seen it.
I knew it.
Which is weird because that's in an era where I watched every movie.
See?
I just missed that one.
You missed it.
And I was like, Kevin Smith wrote it. They'll eventually reveal that. And
you think Kevin Smith wrote it?
That's the rumor that Kevin Smith actually wrote it.
Yeah.
It's one of those
make
old
a lot
urban,
of sense.
you know, like
I heard
like
it was,
Richard Gere and the hamster. It's all that.
It's William Goldman who did it. The rumor I had, the writer of Princess Bride.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He says he even addresses it in his book. Which lie did I tell? Very fascinating. I love it. Yeah, I've heard that.
William Goldman
wrote
Good Will Hunting?
That's a rumor. That's one of the rumors. He does mention it. I think he did pitch it or something like that, but this is when he was working back. I can't remember which one, but he wrote Absolute Power, which is that Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman presidential movie. He also wrote, not Good Will Hunting, but Princess Bride. So that was the rumor I heard.
So I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen Good Will Hunting. I will say when I saw Kevin Smith, he officiated a wedding that I went to, and Amanda was like, "Don't do anything stupid in front of him," because I was going to get drunk and ask him if he wrote Good Will Hunting.
Oh my God, you should have done that. Damon in the super chat here. Damon R1 1974. Sorry, R 1974. I rewatched Gladiator last 15 minutes. I was inconsolable.
That's good.
That's a good one. Gladiator is a good one. Titanic. I cried.
I'm not done with my movies.
Yeah. Well, go. What's your next?
Mr.
Let
Tears.
Mr. Tears do his thing.
Mr. Tears reaching out to Ikaika Shively. Did you cry during Good Will Hunting, Ikaika?
I've only seen parts of it. It was a long time ago, so it's on my list to watch.
Okay.
Put it on the table. For me, I cry at the end when Ben Affleck goes. At the end when Ben Affleck goes to the door. I cry for friendship. I cry for a lot of dad stuff, a lot of mom stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end when his friend is gone, when your friend goes, but you're happy for him, like the happy tears. Those were the happy tears.
Yeah, the music gets me on that one too. The Danny Elfman score is like do 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 do, and I'm like, oh my god, he left you, but it's
get you.
Damon, right. Thanks for the super chat, my friends. We do have some Streamlabs in there, and we're looking
real
good
quick,
right now. So
two more movies from the Mr. Tears. Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans.
You cry at the end every time. It's when it's
Spoiler.
like, and you know it's coming too when he's driving and he's looking behind, and then you know what's coming. And I also cry and tear up a little bit when they spoilers, they win the big game. You know, it's like when everything comes together at the right moment.
Remember the Titans.
And how about you over there, Dutch?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. When he Denzel grabs that sword and holds in the air and says, "This shall be the day in which they remember the Titans."
Yep.
Tears.
And he stabs it into the fallen head of the giant. Yep.
Ikaika, do you like that sword part in the movie?
I haven't seen that one.
I don't remember. I don't remember that part. I don't think I've cried. I mean, I haven't seen it as an adult. I've watched it so many times, like when it first came out, but it's been a good 10 years since I've seen that movie.
I was in the theater in college with a bunch of my fraternity brothers, and I cried, and I got burned pretty good with that one.
I like it.
But I do cry at the end when they're at the funeral.
Yeah.
And I also cry in Remember the Titans when he doesn't make the Hall of Fame, and the little what's her name, Hayden Panettiere. It's like, I wanted this one. I wanted it real bad, Dad.
No.
Like, it's really good.
That's good.
All right, and finally,
finally,
the one that I will say, I think that a girl I was dating in college broke up with me because I cried so hard in bed with her, not during sex or anything, watching this movie, Big Fish.
Big Fish is good. Yeah, I don't remember it too much, but I remember the end with the dad and tearing up pretty bad.
I'm sobbing.
Yeah.
'Cause I love my dad so much, and to think of my dad, like me carrying him out, because my dad has a lot of urban legends about him, right? Like everybody's got a story about John Macuga. It's not like he helped a giant build a house or like a like a werewolf Danny DeVito, but my dad's helped a lot of people. Like a lot of people know my dad, and so like me thinking about my dad and crying and he's dying.
I love that.
Sobbing.
So many of you in here. I'm gonna get to some of them. How about you there, Dutch?
I did see that film.
You did?
Oh, Dutch.
And I did cry at the end.
See?
This is good.
Not deep sobbing. There's one movie I can tell you that I had to be almost carried out of the theater. Yeah. But Big Fish, I enjoy Ewan McGregor. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Albert Finney in that movie as well.
Totally.
It's really great. A lot of you in here.
Cry in Big Fish?
Yeah, Ikaika?
Yeah. Same part.
Yep.
I don't want to spoil it, but the way it was, way it's shot and just what happens, it's like,
Yep.
A lot of you in the chat here, you're saying you were also crying during Big Fish, and a lot of the moments that we have, but some that you guys are throwing out there. Logan, at the end of Logan, of course. Toy Story 3. We mentioned Gladiator. Warrior, I'm sorry, Tommy. I love you. That's one of them. That I got Haskell 420. We got a lot Green Mile. So many in there. And, of course, then I see here Ray. What? Ray Skywalker here. Colby Jack, thank you for that, for the Rise of Skywalker, making you cry.
Listen,
that's great.
The Mr. Tears, we'll bring him. Mr. Tears comes around. There's tears in a lot of movies, guys. I'm not trying to be Mr. Skin.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Tears. Sponsored by Kleenex. Kleenex brand Kleenexes. I hate Kleenexes for blowing nose, but for wiping tears, I guess it's all right.
You like it for wiping tears. Now we're going to go to your streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa. There's a few in there that we're going to answer and get to. If you guys want to send some in, we will get to them. Of course, a portion of all these proceeds, our Super Chats and our Streamlabs, go to a charity of our choice. And this week we're doing St. Baldrick's, is fighting childhood cancer, and we can't wait to give something back for them so they can beat that stupid cancer shit. I hate it, and that I'm going to say that out loud right now.
Yep.
Sorry. As we go in here, 50 Shades of Geek. Thank you for the Streamlabs. Hey, Mark. Hey, Josh. Hey, Ken. Becoming a founding member was a little too steep for me.
That's okay.
But I'm happy to support in any way I can, so you're also sending this our way. Thank you, 50 Shades.
Thanks, buddy.
Love what you're doing here. I think the world needs more good people like you guys, especially now, #Smash Cancer. What a perfect time to read that after we're talking about getting rid of childhood cancers through St. Baldrick's. Wild Ton Murphy, thank you for the Streamlabs. Howdy GPA, big fan and a founding member. Thank you. Idea for occasional segment on Good People, Good Movie. Reilly rounds up horror news, history, and whatnot, and Macuga reacts to it. Love you guys. Excited for what 2020 has in store for the good people. Listen. So I round up the horror news, okay? So Reilly rounds up horror news, history, and whatnot, and you react to it. So you're not watching it, apparently. Right, Wild Ton? You're gonna react to the news.
You know what? He threw some money at us. Let's make it happen.
All right, can make
like
that
I
happen.
said,
I like
pay
that.
for it. We'll do it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that.
Cheap.
Thank you for that, Streamlabs in there. Where were you there? Wild Son. We got another one. Rick Ganther. Thank you for this. One of two. People can say what they will, but Young Guns truly captured that mythic ethos of the Wild West.
Boom.
And contains many elements of Billy's story that, however they were viewed at the time, have proved to be more accurate than given credit for. I love that. What do you think of that, Dutch?
Well, Dutch loves that picture.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen and I can't even tell you the stories we did the first time they shot the Young Guns picture.
I like that.
No, but that's actually pretty true about Young Guns.
Yeah, we got a second part here, too, that I'm going to add, but
okay,
keep going.
Yeah, read it.
Add to that the glorious nostalgia and the amount of heart of every one of these creators poured into the previous two films, and all I can say is, I shall finish the game. Much love to all the GPA. Your efforts are making the world a better place. Thank you, Rick. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
No, that's the thing about the movie. Look, it's a popcorn movie. It's a rock and roll movie, both of them, and a lot of creative license.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing, of course. But and I've read a lot of books about Billy the Kid too, and you're kind of like, well, damn, Fusco he knows his stuff, and as much as they got to make the movie, and he didn't direct them or anything, but a lot down to the quotes, down to some of the quotes.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, all that. It's popcorn, but it does feel like it's very real, and it's like they did their research. So I can't wait for Young Guns 3.
Shut down. All right, we're getting flagged.
Yeah, we're going to get that. So again, thank you, Rick, for that. I really appreciate it. And we have 50 Shades back. Thank you, my friend. A movie I can't ever watch, he writes, without crying. The Lion King, 1994. Yeah, I cry almost every moment. Simba's presentation, cry, Mufasa giving Simba a lesson, cry, Mufasa's death, cry, Hakuna Matata, cry, the three look at the stars, cry, ending, cry. Yeah, I cry a lot at that one as well. Have you seen The Lion King, Ken?
I saw the remake.
Okay. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You watched the remake.
Took Grace to see it.
That's right. We were all together. I remember that.
At the press screening because she loves the original one. And
yeah.
I was there in high school for me, and I don't like animated movies. I don't gravitate to them. I don't feel connected to them.
Kaika just threw his computer at you.
Too bad. But yeah, Lion King. I was in high school, man. Tombstone.
Yeah.
Bad
Tombstone,
Girls.
yeah.
Madeline Stowe pictures. That's all. The Beatles. That's all I wanted in high school in '94.
Tombstone changed my whole. I went to see that with my Uncle Carmen and my dad.
Yeah.
And we walked out. My Uncle Carmen was like
93.
He's like, I don't know if Josh was old enough to see that movie. And I was like, that movie is awesome. And my dad was like, told you. He's fine. I loved it. I loved that movie. I didn't necessarily like the love stuff I didn't like, but when he's walking to that river in Tombstone and
Powers Booth, rest in peace. As Bill, I'm confusing the Bills. Bill Brocious, right?
Yeah.
Curly Bill Brocious.
Curly Bill.
Tombstone's another one of my favorites.
And fat Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
You gonna do something? Or you're just gonna stand there and bleed.
Michael Biehn. Well, Johnny Ringo, you look like someone who walked over your grave.
Yeah. Michael Biehn, so underrated
so good
in movie history.
Yeah.
He's great. And then he and his wife, Jennifer Blankbean, go and in the early 2000s, we were supposed to have them on Schmoes back in the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They make straight to DVD, straight to B movies. And they just churn them out and they have fun doing it.
Yeah.
He's an interesting cat.
Yeah.
Listen, I've talked to friends before. They're like, I'm so tired of people telling me I can and can't make movies. If I could make 10 straight to DVD movies a year that are just insane, I'd be fine with that. You probably make some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We got another super chat in here. Thank you, Matthew Stokes, who writes The Time That They Cry. Last Jedi. Luke walks in. No one's ever really gone. Holds Leia's hand, and I'm a wreck. Yeah, I am too. What was it about Tombstone? I remember crying in Tombstone. Oh yeah, at the end when because I just
More.
Oh,
Doc Holliday dying with his shoes
off. Doc Holliday.
He never thought he'd do in his life, in the movie version. Yeah.
My dad just watched it too. It's so good. My dad rewatched Tombstone the other day when I was driving. I'm like, Dad, you watched it? Now I gotta watch Tombstone.
I don't know if Grace has seen it. I made her watch the Young Guns movies.
Yeah.
And she enjoyed them. Halfway through the first one, she goes, "Is this supposed to be a comedy?" I was like, no.
No.
But then she ended up liking it.
I love that. Hey, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us here on the very first episode of Good People, Good Movies. We did power through it. I want to thank everybody who sent us a super chat or a StreamLab. Your donation helps so much, and we're going to put it to a good cause. And this week, of course, the St. Baldrick's Fighting Childhood Cancer. Thank you so much, guys. And to have Ken Napzok join us here, or Dutch Allen, to talk a little bit about Young Guns 3. Thank you, Ken Napzok.
Thanks, Ken.
Appreciate you being here.
Happy to be here. Fun thing to see you guys talk movies again. And John Fusco, if you're watching, really seriously, I'll cook you a nice vegan treat. We'll hang out. I'm not great on horses, but I'll ride them. I'll ride them
with a helmet.
With a helmet.
Yeah. And Ikaika, way to fight through the stream.
Thank you, Ikaika, man. Yeah, how you feeling? The wine
Those
hunk?
damn wins.
Those damn wins, yeah.
And wins.
And everybody that joined us here and holding on by a thread because of the stream, thank you for that. We're getting through. It's the wind. It's all that. But we will have this video. It's not going to be a problem. Josh Macuga. Macuga?
Weirdly enough, that's how Siri says my name.
That's right. Yeah, it just came out that way.
John Macuga.
John Macuga.
Yeah.
Josh Macuga, thank you for joining me here on Good People, Good Movies. We are going to be here every Tuesday at 4 p.m. live. That's Pacific time. And tomorrow, get ready. We have our main show, Good People Live, is finally going at 4 p.m. Pacific. And we're going to announce some extra things that you can join us here on the GPA.fun. You can go there now.
Also, don't forget, tomorrow, the unleashing, the unveiling. You can go to Twitch and watch the Hot Crock Pot.
That's right. Okay. We are unleashing the crock pot tomorrow. It's all going to be synergistic. It's coming together. And Positivity Report.
Correct. Positivity Report, remember, tomorrow after the inauguration, probably somewhere around 10:30 Pacific.
Yep.
We don't want to interrupt the inauguration, a very important moment in this country. Let's look forward to some change and to moving forward as people and being nice to each other, finding the good. That's why we started this. That's why we're doing all these shows. That's why we're trying to just put a smile on your face. Bring some good news in every single day.
Absolutely.
We appreciate all of you. Mark sent us out.
Appreciate all of you. That's right. Josh Macuga with Positivity Report tomorrow and the main show, GPA Live. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.